Every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, then that life was wasted. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Nobody, as long as he moves among the chaotic currents of life, is without trouble. For better to come, good must stand aside. Faith, hope, love, and insight are the highest achievements of human effort. They are found, given by experience. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. If one does not understand a person, one tends to regard him as a fool. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves. Where love rules, there is no will to power. And where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you're just doing research. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents. Shame is a soul-eating emotion. The best political, social, and spiritual work we can do is to withdraw the projection of our shadow onto others. The reason for evil in the world is that people are not able to tell their stories. In each of us there is another whom we do not know. With a truly tragic delusion, theologians fail to see that it is not a matter of proving the existence of the light, but of blind people who do not know that their eyes could see. It is high time we realized that it is pointless to praise the light and preach it if nobody can see it. It is much more needful to teach people the art of seeing. I am looking forward enormously to getting back to the sea again, where the overstimulated psyche can recover in the presence of that infinite peace and spaciousness. Let the light of your madness shine, and it will suddenly dawn on you. Madness is not to be despised and not to be feared, but instead, you should give it life. If you want to find paths, you should also not spurn madness, since it makes up such a great part of your nature. Nobody can fall so low unless he has a great depth. If such a thing can happen to a man, it challenges his best and highest on the other side. That is to say, this depth corresponds to a potential height, and the blackest darkness to a hidden light. We should know what our convictions are and stand for them. Upon one's own philosophy, conscious or unconscious, depends one's ultimate interpretation of facts. Therefore, it is wise to be as clear as possible about one's subjective principles. As the man is, so will be his ultimate truth. Be grateful for your difficulties and challenges, for they hold blessings. In fact, man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health, personal growth, individuation, and self-actualization. Do not compare. Do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. Relationships must be fostered as far as possible and maintained, and thus a morbid transference can be avoided. As a child, I felt myself to be alone, and I am still, because I know things and must hint at things which others apparently know nothing of, and for the most part do not want to know. Great talents are the most lovely, and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off.